Let's do that. Okay.
Cool.
This is interesting.
It is extremely interesting. Because...
Is this 2 steps forward and 2 steps back?
So, Speaker of the House, Pernell Charles Sr., I think received an honorary doctorate, by the way.
He did. Congratulations,
so congratulations to you, sir.
And
well
to you,
deserved.
right?
Yes, well deserved. He has made it clear that despite the suspension of the no sleeveless policy for government buildings, there will be no changes to the operations at Gordon House until he's guided by the standing orders. So as many of you would have heard, the Office of the Prime Minister issued a release last Friday indicating that the Cabinet had ordered the suspension of the long-standing practice of prohibiting women from wearing sleeveless attire on government buildings. But Charles said while he has no problem upholding any directive from the government, he believes that he should be instructed by the committee of the House.
Article from Jody and Gilpin.
Absolutely correct.
In the Gleaner, it says, as a Speaker of the House, I'm guided by the standing orders. So any changes at Gordon House will have to come from the committee of the House, which is made up of members of both sides, and until I am so directed, I go by the standing orders. So,
quite correct, sir.
What's to say?
Quite
no
correct.
sleeveless into Parliament.
Quite correct, and I'm saying quite correct because you will recall, Simone, a couple of weeks ago, at whatever happened in Parliament, and he tried to say, strike what was said, and he was told, no, you can't strike what was said, the answer, and the understanding order say. So it maintains order. So once you start to introduce a grey area in the standing orders, you're in trouble. So
the suspension is just that, or is this like an elimination? This is in the government buildings.
I think it's just that. Well, for now, I think it's to see what happens for now. All me I say, which I've been saying from day one, sleeveless, not pretty, without proper hygiene. I'm going to continue to say that. That people, if you go sleeveless, guys, you've been campaigning for the government to respect that, then respect people's space by making sure that your sleeveless is not
I hate Marvin. Marvin, cut it out.
Offensive to the olfactory nerves. May I try to say it in the best way possible.
It's about hygiene.
Yes.
Body odor and care.
Yes.
And also aesthetics, because you don't want to, you know.
And you know, enough of them government places, then I'm not even a fan. So walk with a little rag, walk with paper towel, whatever can assist you. Because you know, sleeveless. I always have something with me because I perspire. When I step in a government building and it's hot, so carry something with you. There's nothing wrong with that, ladies. We gotta make sure, you know, we're up there. So cool.
Right. After that lesson from our family-friendly I don't even know what to call it. Moving on, the University of the West Indies, they're pushing to replace Queen Elizabeth II as its visitor. What does that mean?
Me no know.
We should make justice more accessible for students and staff who have conflicts with the institution by the appointment of a regional jurist to the post. A key role of the visitor is apparently to settle disputes that staff or students have with the UWI. She's been doing it? That's interesting.
Of course, me know this.
University Registrar William Eiton explained that the UWI initially wanted permission for the visitor's responsibilities to be delegated to an eminent Caribbean judge, but the Privy Council has recommended that the institution go further. They say other universities had gone and taken full responsibility for appointing the visitor, which would require an amendment to the charter, and that is the direction that they're pursuing at this stage of the game. So she's really the chief, what do you call it, mediator?
It will look
I guess, so they're looking to have that changed.
Wow.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of that.
We never know that neither. When asked if the Governor General is precluded from acting on the Queen's behalf, Eiton disclosed that, quote, the Queen would have to delegate that authority directly, but even when she does, because the visitorial jurisdiction is not one that many people are fully acquainted with, there's still a whole lot of stumbling.
Well, I don't even think the student them did know that the Queen was a visitor.
I don't think this has been really made common knowledge.
Wow.
That's very
No, because it's
interesting,
saying the students or staff cannot mount a court challenge against UWI if they have not exhausted all methods of mediation, including engaging the visitor. Look at Queen
Has this ever been done?
done?
I would love to know if this has ever been done.
She said court tell a biochem PhD student at the UA to court for it to disclose the identities of her examiners, as she felt a third person with whom she had a thorny relationship gave her a failing grade out of malice and not an objective analysis.
What was the ruling?
The judge struck out the claim, and his decision is that the visitatorial jurisdiction is still available to her.
So she never went through the Queen.
This is crazy. No,
I'm sure she have more things to do. Think of.
Well, she got pay them school fee. Well, she got pay them school fee. Me that agree, so she stay as a visitor, but that's that pay for a long time. People have come to say yes. Anyway, moving right along.
Who is this now?
A professor. Which professor is this?
Sustainable Development Professor Anthony Clayton.
Okay. Believes that Jamaicans must concern themselves with the political and economic turmoil devastating Venezuela, warning of possible mass migration into the island. Large number of Venezuelan refugees have gone to Trinidad. Some will undoubtedly seek to move on from Trinidad. Many will get to the U.S. There's going to be a flow coming into the Caribbean. This is going to affect us. Why do you think so, Professor Clayton? They have a whole heap of islands to pass before they reach here, you know? So why I'm thinking them when I reach here? Because they have to pass Guyana, no, so?
Yeah.
The geography rusty, but they have to pass Guyana, pass Trinidad, pass Barbados, Antigua, St. Martin.
Maybe we're the most happening place.
To reach here, so I'm not saying some won't reach, but I don't know if maybe. He said roughly 4 million people have fled Venezuela, and many more are expected to follow. I would say 4 million have fled. How many have reached here? And if it not reached now, a great amount.
Andrew Winter, the Chief Executive Officer of the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, told the Gleaner yesterday that the island has not yet seen this influx, like other Caribbean community member states have.
Right.
But he said it is possible in the near future.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know what? As long as it's manageable, I don't have a problem. I wouldn't want to feel that if we have a challenge here in Jamaica and we have to flee, that there's a country that would say, come Jamaicans, we welcome you. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.